Good afternoon. I'm Chandrasekhar from VLITS, and today's topic is mechanics of writing punctuation. Punctuation is important in our writing, as it is important when you are traveling on road. Whether you drive a vehicle, you will be following the traffic rules, isn't it? There are three kinds of signals you have it: red, orange, green. Red means stop, orange means start, green means go ahead. In the same way, when we are writing, we need to have some kind of how to structure our ideas, how to put it in right way, where to pause and where to give a small pause or great pause. Punctuation is very much important. Here, I would like to tell you one important thing. Punctuation plays a vital role in communication. It is a bridge between the writer and the reader, and thereby he is taking along. Okay, I'll give you one small example. There was a kind of a quote has given a kind of death sentence. The death sentence is like this: leave not, hang him. And leave not, hang him. The message has been read in a different way. Leave not, hang. Leave not, hang. So, which means the comma that is used in the first sentence is rather leave not, hang him means death. Leave not, hang him means life. So it makes all the difference between the life and death. In the case of writing also, we need to have this punctuation. Punctuation, you have read it in your 10th class, intermediate. It's a kind of reiteration of what is the punctuation. Okay? So while writing, punctuation is a device which used to put the points in using the stops. The stops are going to be either small stops or big stops. And the word has come from tantrum, and it enables to convey the idea clearly, correctly, and quickly without ambiguity. Remember this: clarity, correctness, and without ambiguity. These are the three qualities of writing. The punctuation makes the meaning of the written word as clear as possible. Of writing leads to correct communication. That's why which is very, very important in our writing. Whenever we are speaking, okay, we are facing the listener is facing you, and actually the communication is there. But here it is there. That's why we need to take all the care to communicate our message as perfectly as possible, as correctly as possible, without any kind of ambiguity. So, clarity is the hallmark of good writing. Coherence is a hallmark of good writing, and correctness is a hallmark of good writing. So naturally, these things, what are the punctuation marks that you have it, will be so going through one by one. So first I will be taking up full stop. Full stop will be using full stop. When we start a sentence, it will be ending with full stop. We start the sentence with a capital letter, and what is a statement? It is ending with a sentence, and naturally it is ending with a full stop. Here let us say this: Padma sings sweetly, open the door. Open the door is an order, and Padma sings sweetly is a statement. Padma is the subject, sings is the verb, and sweetly or beautifully he sings. So there, it is ending the message. That's why it is used here as a full stop. Open the door is an order, and a teacher is ordering the student, or the master is ordering the servant. Naturally, it is open the door. It is ending with full stop. The full stop is used to mark the abbreviation. Remember, whenever we are writing, sometimes we don't repeat all the things elaborately. We'll be using abbreviations. Abbreviations, they are short forms. For example, MSc is Master of Sciences. USA, United States of America, and USSR, United States of Russia, UAE, United Arab Emirates, and UNO, United Nations Organization, UNESCO, like that. WHO, WHO is the World Health Organization. All these abbreviations, they need to have a full stop. Observe this, after each letter you have the abbreviation, a full stop. That shows it is an abbreviation. There are also, we use acronyms. Acronyms means in one breath space we will be using that word. For example, A. A is All India Radio. In the same way, I got SHAR, I got HAIL, I got GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, SHAR, like that. These in one breath space we are using it. Thereby, please observe carefully. Here there are no full stop. Whereas here we have got full stop. For example, AM, ante-meridian, PM, post-meridian, and PM is postmaster or prime minister, Italy. Or in the same way, AP means Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. So like this, you have got the abbreviations, a number of abbreviations we use day to day, and in that case, it is better to use it, and when you are using, consciously use this. See here, Dr. K.L. Rao, K. Lakshman Rao, Doctor is a degree, and K.L. Rao, ending. IAS, cadets, Indian Administrative Services, IPS, Indian Police Service, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, IIFS, Indian Forest Service. Like that, whenever we are using the abbreviations, remember, we need to use the full stop. IE, that is. Okay, PTO. Whenever you are writing examination, you say at the end of it, PTO, please turn over. So naturally, so you are requesting the person to continue it. So like that, these are the abbreviations we use it. So whenever we are using abbreviations, remember, consciously you need to use full stop in between. And here, the acronyms I have given: OPEC, WHO, UNESCO. Okay? So here, avoid using full stops at the end of some abbreviations like Mr. and Mrs. So these are the titles. That's why we don't use it. So for men folk, we use Mr. and Mrs. This was old fashioned. Nowadays, as men folk use the Mr., they have the system of using MS instead of MRS. Because they don't want to reveal whether they are married or spinster. Okay, like that. So let us see the full stop. The full stop represents the longest pause. Means once you are writing, full stop represents longest pause. Pause means you need to stop somewhere, sometime, more time. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. And the full stop marks the end of assertive sentence. Just to say to you, statements. Raha sings beautifully. Okay, so open the door. In that case, here it is a imperative sentence, and here we are using this. Okay, then let's make a move to the next one. Okay, then it is about, okay, this is about the comma. Full stop is a long pause at the end of a sentence, is the end mark, and the comma is a shortest pause. Pause means okay. It is used to separate items. A list of words, a list of items when you are using, then naturally you need to give a pause. For example, Dharmaraj, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva are ideal. So the list of the brothers are the names are there. So don't go on rushing, and after each his name you are giving a pause. Dharmaraj, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva were ideal brothers. Even the tone of it is different. Here it is a rising tone, and when it is coming, the end tone. Even that you must be conscious. Caesar came, saw, and conquered. Caesar was a great warrior, a great king, and he conquered many lands. So wherever he has gone, he was successful. When the teacher enters, this is a beautiful sentence. When the teacher enters, the boy stands. So it has two parts. So one is, for example, the main clause is the boys stand up. And when they do stand up? When the teacher enters. So naturally, when is referring to the time. Time. To separate the main clause from the subordinate clause, here it is an adverbial clause of time. That's why here it is used. And he is, after all, a good boy. He is, after all, a good boy. Very nice. After all, giving a good statement, a good boy. To separate noun and noun phrase. Noun means one word. Noun phrase means a group of words. Remember this. And Gandhi, the Mahatma, wrote short poems. Our father of nation, Gandhi, the Mahatma. There will be many Gandhis. But here we are referring to one Gandhi, Mahatma, and wrote short poems. So there is a gap here. Here you see, you have after Gandhi there is a comma, after Mahatma there is a comma, and ending with full stop. To separate each pair of words connected, for example, Hamlet was at once majestic and modest, powerful and helpless, scholarly and skeptical, reflective and active, diplomatic and philosophical. All these contradictory things, isn't it? Hamlet is a play, longest play ever written by Shakespeare, and here he is contradictory characters that he is having it. You see, he is majestic because he is son of a monarch, a king, and modest, very very humble, very, and powerful and helpless. He is very powerful because he is being the son of the king, the monarch, and naturally, but he is helpless. He can't do anything, and he is waiting. Scholarly but skeptical. And whatever he is speaking, he has some kind of tradition in his speaking. And reflective and active, diplomatic and philosophical. How beautiful it is. You must read this particular play. You must enjoy reading it. How the world is there and how the kind of trouble he has faced it to take revenge on the murderers of his own father, his own uncle Claudius. It's a wonderful play. You must read. And to mark noun and direct address, Ramesh, here is your book. Here is your book. Here is your book, and don't weep, dear daughter. Don't weep. And he is consoling his dear daughter. So, comma is a short pause, whereas full stop is a longer pause. Please remember this. Phrases, moreover, these are the words. Whenever they come, moreover, however, nevertheless, therefore, finally, in short, in fact, and of course, for example, firstly, secondly, these are the words we generally use. So, whenever you are using this, remember to use comma, which generally serves as a linked words, joining words, and are connectives. Is connected writing. In connected writing, we use it. However, nevertheless, therefore, like that. Of course, what he says is true. Of course, what he says is true. You say, after of course, there is a comma. What he says is true. That is his statement. My mother, however, doesn't like this alliance. This is the kind of relationship she didn't like it. She didn't like it. That's why mother, however, doesn't like it. Okay. In fact, I don't know the actual cause of the quarrel. I don't know what is the reason for it. So, in fact, after in fact, there is a comma. I don't know the actual cause for the quarrel. To separate discourse markers or introducing words from the rest of the sentence. Whatever you are using it and you are discoursing it, and for that you are introducing the words and the rest of the sentence. Well, I'll begin the second lesson today. Well, I begin the second lesson today. So when teacher comes and they said, what lesson will be taking? Well, he said, well, I will begin the second lesson today. Okay. So mark of participle or phrase. Finding one in the house, the thief entered. Finding no one in the house. Please note down. Finding, he is very very careful, very intelligent. Finding no one is there. It is a deserted one and a house which is not occupied by anyone, and the people might have gone somewhere. Finding no one in the house, what this fellow had done it? the thief entered. On seeing his lost son, he burst into tears. Any father, any mother, when they get their lost son, and they will be having a kind of emotional outburst, and he will burst into tears. On seeing his lost son, time, and he could not control, he started crying. It is a tears of joy, tears of happiness. It is sometimes when we are at most happy, tears will come. When we are at most sad, tears will come. So natural method. To mark a question tags. Question tags is ensuring. Okay, let us see this. She doesn't know how to cook. Does she? Observe the sentence. She doesn't know how to cook. Is it a positive statement or negative statement? Observe this. Doesn't know. Doesn't know means it is a negative sentence. That's why you want to ensure it whether it is true or not. You are asking first in clarification. Does she? So, for example, here it is a positive. She knows how to cook. Doesn't she? So, here it is a positive means here it is negative. Here it is negative means here it is positive. Remember, mark this. Here is the question tag. Question before question tag, you have the comma there. So, ensure it and ensuring it. Okay. Okay. To mark off the reporting verb. So here, from the direct speech to indirect speech, whenever you are doing it, comma, okay, that we had done it, and okay. And here you have to mark off the reporting verb from the direct speech. He says, Raju said, like that. So, he said, observe this, he said, will you attend the function tonight? I'll or I can't. So here, he said after that, you have got a comma, will you attend the function tonight? Ending with a question mark. And these are the actual words, that's why it is put in the inverted commas. Remember that. Okay, here is the speaker. And the time of speaking is a past tense. And here is a question, he is asking. And the answer is, I can't. Replied Vasu, because my wife is ill. And he is further explaining it. Here, the reason for he is not attending the function. Okay. Before, please, when it is used at the end of the sentence after yes or no. Be silent, please. Be silent, please. Have you brought the ticket, please? Whenever you board a bus or the TC will be coming or conductor will be coming, when the conductor will come, have you bought the ticket, please? Have you bought the ticket, please? And in the same way, when you travel by train, the ticket examiner will be asking, have you brought the ticket, please? Like that. Yes, I have. If you have not done it, no, I haven't. So here, observe this, and here, B say, after this, he is asking, have you bought the ticket? Here it is a comma. Okay, and to separate non-defining relative clause. Remember, the defining relative clauses are the non-defining relative clause. What is the defining relative clause? For example, who is a teacher? A teacher is the one who teaches. Who is an engineer? Who designs an engine. Okay, so engineering is designing engine and making the machine work. So these are all defined. For example, who is a geologist? Geologist is a scientist studying the earth. Okay, like that. So they are defining because everything is specific. And here it is a non-defining relative clause. Remember, it is not defined. It is not giving, explaining or describing the noun, but it is giving extra information. It is not giving essential information. That's why it is called non-defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause will be giving you extra information which is about the noun. Let us see. My brother, who is in Madras, is coming here tomorrow. My brother, who is in Madras, is coming here tomorrow. So, if it is a simple sentence, how it will be? My brother is coming here tomorrow. So he wants to say which brother. So there are good number of brothers are there. So who is in Madras? He is going to who is in Madras? The brother who is in Madras is coming here tomorrow. So it is a non-defining, but it is qualifying the brother. So in that case also observe this. My brother is head noun, and this is a relative clause. After relative clause there is a comma, and he is coming here tomorrow. Ending with full stop. Compare it with the following sentence. My brother who is in Madras is coming. My brother who is coming tomorrow. So there is a lot difference here. So my brother who is in Madras coming tomorrow. Here tomorrow. It is a different kind of sentence. It is a defining sentence and a relative clause. Okay, it is a non-defining and it is defining. This sentence means that I have two more brothers, and so the relative clause who is in Madras is essential to identify the brother who you are talking about. Just now I told you. So it may be he will be having two brothers. One brother may be staying in Madras, another brother may be near him, and you are referring to that particular brother, which is rather you are giving extra information and who is coming and making sure, taking clarity of your explanation. And let's make a move to the next one. We have done it, full stop, comma, and then we are going for semicolon. Colon is two dots, semicolon is one full stop and comma. Okay, the semicolon represents a longer pause than the comma and separates two independent clauses. Independent clauses that you see this. In a compound sentence, there are joined by conjunction. Generally, a compound sentence is the one which has two main clauses combined by coordinated conjunction. So here, I don't relish coffee, I prefer tea. I don't relish coffee. Okay, so what is this other choice? Choice is I prefer tea. Okay, here the semicolon has come. There are choice between coffee and tea. What is the priority? Preference is tea instead of coffee. Reading makes a full man. Conference a ready man. Writing an example. Beautiful statement by Lord Bacon, father of English essay. And he says, reading maketh a man full man. The more you read, you become, you will be knowing different subjects, different things about the world, and you will be making the reader, making you full man. And conference means when you are talking to someone, when you are standing before others and speaking, that shows you are confident and you are a ready man. And writing an exact man. When you write, put it onto the paper, writing you make you an exact man. Writing makes perfect. That's why writing skill is given importance when the perfection is given in the writing. This is about semicolon. So semicolon is used to represent longer pause than comma, separates the clauses. Clauses. And then move to the next one is colon. So there is a difference between this semicolon and colon. Colon is two dots. The colon is used to introduce a question, a student, an example, etc. And you have good news. Your son got selection in the interview. Wonderful. Nice. Every father will be feeling very happy. You have good news. Somebody is informing, and your son got the placement, and that's wonderful. Google, maybe. Okay, or Microsoft. Okay. To introduce a list of the things that you have got it, in that case also, you have the one that you have got. So here a list of the things is given. What are the list of the things that we have it? Okay, is called. So Okay. So the poets I like the best are Shakespeare, Milton, Shelley, and Keats. Wonderful, nice. Great classics. You know that once you want to say, oh, what is your favorite poets, and then I like best. The best poets I like are Shakespeare, Milton, Shelley, and Keats. So like then we're moving on to the next one, that is inverted comma, quotation marks. In this you are ready to your intermediate and direct speech and indirect speech. What is direct in direct speech? What is indirect in indirect speech? In the case of direct speech, the speaker and the listener are in direct contact. They are face to face, and that's why actual words of the speaker are quoted within the quotations. That is called inverted comma. And indirect speech, what is indirect? Somebody else had overheard and he is communicating what was the conversation went on, and the essence or message he is giving to others is called indirect. So the only distinction you will find it, the moment it is inverted commas, that means it is a direct speech, which is not there in a direct speech, quotation marks are not there. So you are not using the actual words, that's why it is the only essence of it, your message is coming. So here, quotation marks are used. Quotation marks are inverted commas using by the speaker and they are to the listener. That's why they are direct speech. And actual quotations, actual words have been taken. And single inverted commas are mostly used to mark the quotation within the quotation. For example, Keats said, all things are beautiful. Like, okay, heard melodies are sweet, but the unheard are sweet. Okay, like many quotations that you have got it. In the case of quotations, a single quotation will come. And Pope says, the proper state of mankind is man. He said, please take your seat. Keats says, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So beautiful. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. The beautiful things always give you the happiness, the bliss, the joy, and that's why very nice. Okay, and Brutus says the murders of Caesar to the other. Let's all. Okay, so this is a kind of the inverted commas as well using. Then we are going to the next one is exclamation. Exclamation means strong passion, strong feelings you are having it. It may be anger. It may be wonder, it may be astonishment, it may be a loss, it may be anything like that. So, strong feelings are coming to exclamation mark is placed at the end mark and at the end of the sentence. And okay, so when you see a thought, oh wow, thought is beautiful, wonderful, nice, okay, marvelous, marvelous. So here, you see this. You see here, you are expressing your surprise, anger, joy, or sorrow. Alas, you lost election. Trump had lost election. Alas, Trump had lost election. So, the second kind of feeling that you got it and you convey it. Okay. Get out. Don't show me your face. Maybe angry. Okay. Somebody is angry and they give it. And what a chill weather it is. Bit biting cold sometimes in the winter is coming, and naturally it's a biting cold, and your hands and everything will be almost like a frozen state, and you feel numbness in your hands, and you say that what a chill weather, okay, chill weather. How beautiful this thing. You say that when you go to Araku, you see beautiful nature. How beautiful it is nature. Nature is beautiful and bountiful. Okay, like that, when you see and express your strong feelings, then you use this exclamation mark to convey your message, your feelings. And then dash, small dash. A dash is used to show a sudden break or of change of thought. If my husband were alive, why lament on the past? So naturally, when he is alive, why to think of the past and why to come and go? I have not done any homework, sir. He said, why headache? So the teacher himself asked him, what is the reason? Why did you do the homework? And he said, headache. He said, how beautiful. He said, there is no verb in there. And the beauty is why? Hey, that's all. Okay, asked to the teacher, a single dash shows the abrupt pause, a feeling of hesitation of the thought. So, whenever you have a hesitation, people use a small dash there so that conveys this. Then comes the hyphen. Hyphen is whenever a compound word is there, two words you are joining, they are called compound words, and there you use a short one, that is hyphen. A hyphen is a shorter form of than the dash. It is used to connect the parts of speech. Son-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, mouth organ, one and half, a full-fledged, man of war, makeup, officer in charge, semi-urban, pre-Vedic, and pre-social. So these are all compound. They have got two entities. These two entities are joined by small dash. That's why that suggests the compound words. So here they are used to separate the phrases and the clauses, the main clause, and the matter is closed in the parenthesis. And additional illustrations and elaboration. The necklace cost 50,000, and the explanation he is giving what is this 50,000 cost, including taxes. Nowadays, whatever you buy, you need to pay GST. GST is including or not excluding, and here including. That's it. The man in black, I think I have not met him. So here the thing that this is what we call parenthesis. Parenthesis means you are putting in the brackets. You are giving explanation. An interesting character. Okay, the man in black is an interesting character, and here I think I have not met him. How beautiful is it? And a remarkable instance of this a kind of thing. Courage call. If you please, resolute is given in the history of Babur. He takes your hand if you are foolish enough to lend him. So, like this, there are a kind of thing that you have got. Here, I am giving you a passage. And remember, I have not used any kind of punctuation. Read, understand, and then put the correct punctuation. Here, punctuate the following. Animals spot themselves for one or two very good reasons. Either to establish their dominance in social hierarchy or to establish their territorial rights over a piece of ground. Some species are purely hierarchical with no fixed territories. Territories means their own region, and they are the king. Lion is the king of the forest. In the same way, okay. Some are purely territorial, no higher than hierarchical problems. Some have hierarchies on their territories and have no content with the both forms of aggressive. We belong to last group of we both have our both ways. So this is the passage. When I give this passage, I expect here, you see this. What is the instruction? Punctuate the point. And this is the passage which is not marked, and you need to mark and then present. As giving you a description about how to use the capital letters, how to use full stop, how to use comma, how to use quotation marks, how to use colon, semicolon, and parentheses. All these things I have taught you. Okay, and then there is another. You see, this is a marked one. This is the one. You see that okay, punctuate the following once again. One more. This is passage from UI. As a little girl, all of us wanted to sneakily use mother's makeup to feel older and glamorous. And the joy of locating something we only saw on actors on TV for the purpose of our holding it was a fuse. We deliberately inaccessible were cosmetics made by moms back then, as opposed to the times of the when I see girls with all their lips smeared in the lips, lip gloss or eyes lined in corn. This is the passage for once again conclusion. See, eyes always should be cut. Remember this. Very often there is a mistake that most students do that, and whenever you use I is important. That's why it is to be capital and names are to be. And here is another passage. Okay. There is also one more passage. You need to work it out and practice it. And these are the references. I have given some references. You can go through. They are beautiful references are there. They will give more information about this, and you can get knowledge about it. Okay. Okay. So that is from me. And thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.